Hey, this is Ian, and this is going to be our online TEFL courses accepted or recognized in Asia. I'm going to speak about Asia because that's where I've taught and that's where I'm familiar with. Outside of Asia, I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so what's a factor? They're going to be accepted. I'd say, first off, generally speaking, most of the time in Asia, much of Asia, well, I've taught in China, Korea, and Taiwan. I'm also pretty familiar with Japan. So in those places, most of the time online courses are going to be okay. For the most part in Asia, in those places that I mentioned, you don't legally need a TEFL certificate to teach there. However, individual schools are different. Some schools can prefer it. And basically, if you don't have experience, it's like it's a way to learn. So it would be better if you don't have experience, in other words. So a couple factors, like what are the factors involving that? So how many hours was it? Some schools, I estimate like maybe 10% of the schools may care about how many hours it was. In my experience, I can recall one school over the years that I spent in Asia asking me about that. It was just like an interview. I never actually ended up working for that school. So I'd say, maybe 10% of the schools out there may ask you that, how many hours. So, and as far as TEFL courses go, typically 100 hours or more is seen as more reputable. Okay, was it in class or online? So I covered a little bit of that before. Most schools, they're not gonna care about whether it's in class or online. They probably won't even ask you that. You could find one that does. Who did you take it with? And I'll go back up a little bit more about the in class or online. Basically, that's more common. A preference is a preference more for in class course. Basically, if you don't have experience, or like for a job in, like, say, the Middle East, it's more competitive there. Schools want experience, maybe teaching qualifications, and in parts of Europe. Okay, parts of Europe, some schools probably prefer a CELTA. It depends. I've heard people in Spain had no problems with online courses, so or Italy too. So it just depends. Now, let's see. Who did you take it with? Some TEFL providers will tell you that it matters that some schools want our TEFL certificate. From my point of view, it's mostly marketing. Very small. In Asia, a school that requires a CELTA in Asia is extremely rare, I would say. We're talking like maybe 3% of all the schools out there are going to require. So maybe really high, some sort of high-end school, private school, foreign-owned private school or something. But most schools aren't going to be able to tell the difference. Aren't going to know the difference between the TEFL and CELTA certificate. I mean, they're all related and similar, but they're going to have no idea what the difference is or what those even mean. Accreditation, I made a video before about accreditation. I'll link to that, leave a link up here or down there in the description. You can read more on that. Okay, a lot of people are looking for guarantees and whatnot for jobs and stuff. Basically, I look at it as you're scared, you're afraid, you're going abroad to teach, and this is a new thing, and I understand because I was there before too. Yet there is no certificate that's going to be accepted by every school. Even if you have a CELTA, which is considered the best certificate, it's not going to be accepted at every school, and it's not like a ticket, a passport to just say, oh, okay, I'm here, I'm going to teach, I get a job. It's just like anything else, like a job in your country applying for. You may have luck at this school, you may have no luck here. You keep looking, so there's no guarantee that any certificate is going to be accepted at every school. Okay, it doesn't matter on the kind of certificate um, most of the time. And like I said, the highest level, even if you have a CELTA, it's not guaranteed. Okay? So, yeah, so there you have it. So the chances are whatever TEFL course you get will be accepted in Asia. It doesn't matter if it's an online one or an in-class course. It doesn't matter. The EPIC program, if you're going to teach in the EPIC program in Korea, you might want to take an in-class course for that. You don't have to, it's not required to, but they stated on their website that they prefer someone with an in-class, someone with 20 hours of in-class experience. So there you have it. There's my 2 cents on will online TEFL courses be accepted or recognized in Asia. Okay? Thank you very much and have a good day.